YouTube, I wasn't going to get into the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, not because it's not important, it is, but because I have other important things to do, like motivating and helping to create an actual resistance against this authoritarian regime. And then this happened.
Thank you very much. I know why you're happy tonight. I'm still on. That's pretty much, I tell you.
What do you mean everybody's happy to see you back? Nobody was worried about you getting canceled, Bill Maher. What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here. And the decrepit orange peel, now in charge of our country, hoisted into power by what can only be called a network of fungus that bears red hats and is mostly known for their toothlessness and idiocy. That guy is in the Epstein files. And this story is not a distraction from that, so we won't be distracted. Here's the story. Jimmy Kimmel is indefinitely canceled, indefinitely paused. Now, because ABC is a private entity owned by the Disney Corporation, they have the right to do anything they want to with their shows. But according to this, Republicans, you remember this? You used to carry around? I have one now. It's called the United States Constitution. According to this, the government cannot interfere with free speech. And this wasn't just ABC or the Disney Corporation, which we are all boycotting. I'm not going to make a big thing about it. Everybody watching this should know that that's what you're doing. You're canceling all subscriptions. You're not going to no Disney World. And you're making sure that every movie, TV show, podcast, or otherwise known as Disney property is no longer on the menu. We know that, right? Because they're already freaking out because they're losing money. Neither here nor there. This story is about the ridiculous Bill Maher. Why I decided to come on is because last night, Friday night, Bill Maher decided to come on and say this. I'm going to play it again.
Thank you very much. I know why you're happy tonight. I'm still on. That's pretty much, I tell you. Man, talk show hosts are going down like blockbusters in the 90s. Well, I guess you all heard Jimmy Kimmel, my friend, my compatriot. He's canned by ABC for comments he made about Charlie Kirk's assassin the day right after the FCC guy came out, head of the FCC, said he's going to revoke ABC's license. Let me just tell you something. I am not intimidated by the FCC, and if President Trump is watching, I have one thing to say to you. Have you lost weight? You look terrific. No, that's not me and never will be.
Who thought you were going anywhere, Bill Maher? Of course you're still on the air. What are you talking about? It's all an act. And he's a bad actor. Bill Maher, nobody was expecting you to get canceled. Bill Maher, you are not some sort of a defender of free speech because the name of your show is politically incorrect. Oh, I'm sorry, that was canceled because you still run off the name of that.
Mayor Bill Maher is praising Republicans' willingness to engage in open dialogue after Charlie Kirk's assassination. He says the left is the party of, quote, I don't talk to you. You're deplorable. I think Maher is coming out with clear, unlike Mamdani, he's absolutely straight on clear.
Yeah, but we can't have Bill Maher be mayor because this city smells like enough weed as it is.
Canceled show that Jimmy Kimmel took over. Here's the thing that you need to understand, people. This two-faced, this duplicitous, opportunistic demon called Bill Maher trying to redeem himself. I will not let it happen. He just said this.
Example, in the Oval Office, he was showing me the portraits of presidents, and he pointed to Reagan and said, in all seriousness, you know the best thing about him? His hair. I said, well, there was also that whole bringing down communism thing. waiting for the button next to the Diet Coke button to get pushed and I go through the trap door. But no, he laughed, he got it. I said to him at one point, Mr. President, you know the dog, that's unusual in the White House. He said, well, a lot of the presidents, they had a dog for political reasons. I said, no, people love dogs, that's what that is. Oh yeah, okay, that's true. I'm telling you what happened. At one point, we were walking through his amazing tour of the whole house. And I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but it must have been something with the 2020 election, because I know he used the word lost. And I distinctly remember saying, wow, I never thought I'd hear you say that. He didn't get mad. He's much more self-aware than he lets on in public.
That you, fam? Of course you're not canceled, because you're inside of the colon of the decrepit orange peel that runs this country and the FCC. Nobody's worried about you getting canceled. You've done everything you can to ensure that's not the case, and then come out in a monologue and act like you're worried if you were going to get canceled. Who was worried about that? You've made sure that that wouldn't happen to you. Remember this?
This is a backlash to how badly Biden handled the immigration situation. It can't just be like come one, come all, which
Dude,
it was.
There's plenty of room here, and we need
room.
There's plenty of room in America. Come on, there's not a lack of room in America.
But it's never about room. It's about resources and about like having countries have to have a border. It just can't be. I mean, they've done surveys and something like 200 million people around the world, when asked, would you come to America if you could? Yes, I would. Why wouldn't they? Lots of countries, are.
Right.
And they would love to be here. You can't
not right. No, right. The places aren't, but...
Well, they are.
Let's not forget where he got that line.
Using vulgar language, President Trump today questioned why the United States would allow people from Haiti and Africa into the country, describing those places using an expletive while suggesting people from Norway might be more acceptable.
You see, not only is Bill Maher a duplicitous demon who goes on a show and tries to rewrite history and act as if somehow he could have been a victim of the same person he was just filleting a few months ago. That's not how that works. Not only is he not a freedom fighter and someone to be looked up to, more importantly, he's the reason why we're here.
And he gave me a bunch of hats, but he didn't ask me to take a picture in one, which I appreciated. The guy I met is not the person who the night before the dinner shit-tweeted a bunch of nasty crap about how he thought this dinner was a bad idea and what a deranged asshole I was. I read it and thought, oh, what a lovely way to welcome someone to your house. But when I got there, that guy wasn't living there. Now, does Trump want respect? Of course, who doesn't? My friend said to me, what are you going to wear to the White House? I said, I don't know, but I'm not going to dress like Zelensky, I'll tell you that.
He first capitulated. He gave the okay. And every centrist that thought that they had something very smart to say that equated to bullshit in reality got their marching orders from him. No, Bill Maher, you're not a martyr. You're a mark. He played you, and he laughed at your joke. Tee-hee!
Just for starters, he laughs. I've never seen him laugh in public, but he does, including at himself. And it's not fake. Believe me, as a comedian of 40 years, I know a fake laugh when I hear it. And I thank you for them.
Yeah, he laughed at it. Because you, like him, are easily played. Your ego has overshadowed your intellect.
I never felt I had to walk on eggshells around him. And honestly, I voted for Clinton and Obama, but I would never feel comfortable talking to them the way I was able to talk with Donald Trump. That's just how it went down. Make of it what you will.
Let me make this clear to you. The only reason why you find it so easy to joke and talk with another narcissist is because you too are a narcissist, a Dunning-Kruger effect specimen who's easily swayed by people going clapping at your jokes and giving you compliments because you're an idiot, narcissist, Dunning-Kruger effect specimen. But when you get in touch or in front of a real man or woman with power, you crumble like a piece of cake. Other people don't have any problem at all. Not only are you a narcissistic Dunning-Kruger effect specimen, you're also not that funny and not that good at your job. Other people who are funny, comedians who are good at their job, have no problem cracking jokes in front of Barack Obama, making fun of him to his face.
Sorry I had to cancel a few times. My mouse pad broke last week, and I had to get my great aunt some diabetes shoes. And
you know what, Zach? It's no problem. I mean, I have to say, when I heard that, like, people actually watch this show, I was actually pretty surprised.
Hi, welcome to another edition of Between Two Ferns. I'm your host, Zach Galifianakis, and my guest today is President Barack Obama.
Good to be with you, Zach.
So how does this work? Do you send Ambassador Rodman to North Korea on your behalf? I read somewhere that you'd be sending Hulk Hogan to Syria, or is that more of a job for Tanya Harding?
Zach, he's not our ambassador.
What should we do about North IKEA?
Why don't we move on?
I have to know, what is it like to be the last black president?
Seriously? What's it like for this to be the last time you ever talk to a president?
It must kind of stink, though, that you can't run, 3 times.
No, actually, I think it's a good idea. If I ran a third time, it'd be sort of like doing a third Hangover movie. It didn't really work out very well, did it? Now, I have to say that I've seen this show before, and some of the episodes have probably been a little bit better than this. For example, the one with Bradley Cooper, that was a great show. He kind of carried that movie, didn't he?
Which film are you speaking of?
He plays along. They're human beings, and if you're down to earth, you don't feel a problem talking to people like that. You enjoy talking to people who are narcissistic Dunning-Kruger effect specimens, who see themselves as gods and give you fake, feigned praise. Because they know, like them, that's something that you get off on. And you're easily duped by it. You're stupid, Bill Maher. And I'm not as good at saying it as this guy. So I'm going to let him end it for us. YouTube, remember this.
I find very interesting is the same things that he is saying that Trump was slow rolling. He was starting those things when Bill Maher went to dinner with him. He was snatching people off the streets. He was in anticipation of his big bill being passed. He was spiriting people away. He was saying all the things he would do. So when did he stop being good dinner company and a potential authoritarian or tyrant? See, that's what happens. So in April, he was a gracious host. He was playing crazy. It was a productive meeting. All of a sudden, 4 months later, we're here. And it's because of people like you, people like Bill Maher, people like, the people who perform for him, the people who normalize him. We told you this would happen. And what you did is say, well, we got to reach across the aisle and we made some political headway. What he was doing, what he's doing all the time, except you helped. People like you helped all along the way. Oh, I respect the office. He doesn't. Oh, I'm just performing. I'm just picking up money. He didn't care about that. He used you for optics. And so a part of this shit sandwich, you guys get a bite of. And all of those people who said, oh, your vote doesn't matter. Now the potential of your vote being taken away, you helped. All of those people who thought it would be the same in Gaza, you helped. All of those people thought that he wouldn't really do what he said he was going to do, you helped. And now the best you can do is silence. So now you sit here and you're telling us the urgency about what he's going to do. There are armed Southern troops in northern cities and more to come. Armed Southern troops in northern cities under the pretext of violence. And some of those Southern troops had to leave very violent cities in their own states to get to where they're going. But at least you had a good dinner, right? At least he was a gracious host.
No, Bill Maher. You're not a martyr. You're a co-conspirator. And we won't forget that. Tomorrow, we fight. And that doesn't include you, Bill Maher. Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind. The kind that moves. But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're going to pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads, it's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works. Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.